Is there any logical reason why this episode starts out in Appaloosa? I get the need to introduce Cheese Sandwich and what he does, but why Appaloosa? It never struck me as a town that liked to throw parties, not to mention it's a reference to an episode that most fans didn't like that much. We're less than a minute in and you've already pissed off most of the fandom. Weird Al.
Cheese Sandwich.
Cheese Sandwich talks to himself out loud and refers to himself in the third person just so the audience can find out his name. Duty marks are now GIFs apparently, complete with sound effects. Storyboard visible behind the background. Theme is not a sin here because I'm not LittleShy. Also, I happen to like the theme. What exactly are these ponies looking out their doors for? Did they know Pinkie was coming? I swear Pinkie knows we are watching. Like, who else could she possibly be talking to?
Got any streamers today?
Pinkie must be blind not to see all these streamers in this vendor stand. This clock. I know Mare doesn't have a talent for city planning, but even she should be able to tell this clock is broken.
If I'm really gonna make this party fly.
Pinkie secretly wishes she was a Pegasus. Diamond tiara. Bags can't hold liquid. Also, you got paint all over that brush.
Your biggest banner!
That clearly isn't her biggest banner. She's ripping you off, Pinkie. Lens flare. There's no way Rainbow's floating there, not moving.
Going to be the funnest.
That should be a word, but it isn't, so it's still a sin. Pinkie pulls a cupcake out of nowhere. And don't tell me it's Pinkie Pie either. If any other pony did that, it would be a sin.
Now who's ready to join the super duper party pony to plan the super duper party?
I am.
Was Cheese just standing there waiting for Pinkie to ask that just so he could make this dramatic entrance? If Cheese's cheesy sense sensed Pinkie, why didn't Pinkie's pinky sense sense Cheese?
Say that 10 times fast. Because this isn't just any birthday. It's also the anniversary of when I moved to Ponyville.
Every one of her birthdays in Ponyville would also coincide with the anniversary of her moving. This year is not special. I don't think so, I know so cliche. Fuck gravity, I'm Weird Al.
Bored of snacks made by your mom? How about a giant party bomb?
Explosives are somehow comparable to food in Equestria.
Dive into my fruit punch lane!
I'll give you that that's a pretty big bowl of punch, but it's nowhere near the size of a lake. After her triumphant return 2 episodes ago, the animators now feel that Derpy is too central and not enough background.
Certified party pony?
That's right, that's my...
Pinkie's face here implies she isn't certified. Is Pinkie a scab party planner? If the party mafia ever find out, are they going to break her legs?
Feels gooda!
Cheese pun.
None taken.
This wasn't a sin at the time, but it is now because it reminds me of a certain undervalued and underdeveloped character from a certain movie I saw. So is Pinkie going Pinkamene here or not? The side of the banner affixed by Rarity is knocked off by a balloon. I would have thought some pony whose career revolves around putting fabric together would have been able to put up a goddamn banner. Pinkie Pie is asked to help plan the party, but turns the offer down. Awkward silence. Twilight walks on Pinkie's flowers. Why did they build a second and third story before the first story was done? Scratch that. How the hell did they do that? This Mayor Foreman's pink hard hat is sexist. Pinkie puts away her party cannon. Yes, that's just such an awful thing for her to be doing that it's worthy of a sin. Let's take off a sin here for Maud Pie being given a better setup than certain other new characters in this show. Twilight's surprise party had more guests than that. Vinyl Scratch is not in this photo. Yes, that's a sin now. Pinkie makes this sandwich purely for the sake of a pun. Derpy, I'm pretty sure that's not sanitary. Disappearing orange banner.
Best I've ever seen.
This is a lie. She has one that casts giant apples into the sky. There's no way she'd think that one is better. This ice sculpture looks like it would break very easily. Can someone give Applejack some direction? She's looking into the camera. This camera angle doesn't work when you're shooting pantless quadrupeds. I don't think so, I know so cliche, take 2. Why exactly do they feel the need to explain the idea of the loser of the contest not getting to do what the winner does? And why do the main 6 find it so shocking?
It's already 3 o'clock.
Hey, the mayor got the clock fixed. Twilight reading the goof-off rulebook. Also, the idea that a nonsensical thing like a goof-off needs rules.
I was ready before I was born.
That seems unlikely.
I think I'm a clone now. There's always 2 of me just hanging around.
The crowd increases significantly even though no time passes. This crowd loops after 180 degrees instead of 360.
Put a little cheese in your knees.
Even though they're on your feet. Wait, so after all the other times in this series when ponies pick things up with their hooves with no problem, suddenly now Pinkie is having to use masking tape? Technically this could be seen as more logical, but it's still a sin for lack of consistency. Adding a third dimension out of nowhere is a sin in my book.
I like to make you smile, yes I do. It fills my heart with sunshine.
Plagiarism. Where was the extended part of this party cannon being stored? Poor Rainbow. Even James Franco can take comfort from the fact that it only happened to him once. What's Spike doing here? He didn't do anything. Did Cheese Sandwich plan to have Rainbow talk to Pinkie before he showed up, just so he could make another dramatic entrance? And if he didn't, what was he planning to say to stop her leaving? So did he just wander around from town to town as a foal? Did he not go to school? And where are his parents? Shirley is just as old as Pinkie Pie. That means there's an 80s hair version of Pinkie Pie out there that we haven't seen, and I am not okay with that. According to this map, Cheese has visited Canterlot, so shouldn't Twilight have known him? Awkward one-armed hug.
Swear on Camembert!
Cheese pun take 2. Rainbow completely destroys this pinata by hitting it once. What the fuck are they doing here? Alicorns are a rarity. This ending is brought to you by the J.J. Abrams School of Directing.
I never did get that pony's name.
Really? Then this
Oh, that cheese sandwich beat me.
was a really good guess. Hasbro.
This marks 24 hours of being stuck. I've been chipping away. More to keep warm than anything. I have about 150 milliliters of water left, which should keep me alive till tomorrow night, if I'm lucky.
Cause all I really need is a small file from these happy friends.
Now, say my name.
Cheese sandwich!
You're goddamn right.